Abstracts on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris. Good morning. Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. It is January 30th. We at the end of the month on this one, and we are seeing what's happening. In the middle of the month, we had a little let's just say, not, I can't say scared, but just uncomfortable moments with the market. We wasn't sure if it was going to crash. We wasn't sure what was going on. Today's show, we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. I am going to be talking about AI. Yes, AI, the killer robots and all the other stuff that comes along with AI, the good, the bad, the ugly. Also, my main topic today is DePIN. So we're going to talk about a DePIN product that just came across my desk that I'm interested in. We're going to take a little small deep dive and check that out. This is Beyond the Blockchain podcast as we move on. And you know, for the day, we always have to start out with our stock prices. So, you know, we are staying above 40,000, which is a good thing. So in that momentum of staying 40,000, there has been a few bumps, but guess what? Let's be prepared for this bull market. Are you being prepared? That's the question to ask you. Listen, I'm not saying you got to give it all. Well, hold up. Let's stop this for a second. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do with yours. I'm just talking about a topic that I am very passionate about, and I've seen what it has done for other people, and then I've seen what it has done for me. So if this is something that you're interested in, then you should take your time to do the research, find out all the information that you can, and then make informative decisions, not based off of what somebody says, not based off of some guy that you just happen to watch on YouTube, not based on because we friends and I know you. Just do your own research, and that's what I do here. I look at things, I observe, and then I make my informative decision on which way I want to go within the space. So, within speaking of that, we already know we're above 40,000. That we was able to hold. We already know that the ETFs and Grayscale and all of these companies. So when I look at some of these companies, right, and I look at what they do and their movements and how they move, it kind of makes me think about how I need to move, right? So I've been saying this for a little while, and the new buzzword for 2024 is AI, right? So everything AI should be a go. So in the investment aspect of it, if you're looking in this perspective, then maybe that might be something that will pique your interest. So like I always say, something that like I think about and I say, you know what, I'm just going to write that down and go back to it and look at what it works and how it works and how it works for me. So speaking upon this, I always got to go to my favorite Twitter buddy, Crypto Ash. He is releasing a free trading course. You just have to just join. This is what I'll be talking about when you get into these groups and you get into these communities, and then there are people there that you can talk to or in the same level that you are, that you can ask questions or you can go back to. That's why it's very important about being a part of a community. It's not a one-way thing where you just take. You also give back to the community. So here at United Colors of Crypto, we have a community. Here at Web3 Network, we have a community. There's a lot of resources, a lot of books, a lot of information, people you can ask, founders, VCs, so on and so forth. So my point of what I'm talking about community, he is starting this club, right? I am promoting because this is I'm not promoting. This is free. I'm not getting paid. I don't have nothing to do with this, but this is just one of the people that I follow, right? These are the tools you need. You need $1,000, a laptop or a smartphone, ready to learn, consistency and patience. That is the number one thing about this space. The number one thing about this space is patience. You got to have patience for this thing. It's just not going to happen overnight. Sometimes it seems like it's going to happen overnight, but it's not going to happen overnight. You have to have patience. You have to have discipline, want to be a part of this thing, and and work for it. You get what you work for. You get what you work for. If you put your hard energy into it and you try to figure it out and you try to get all the knowledge that you could get to use it. So I have this thing about information, right? So usually we get these tools and these gadgets and devices, right? Let's just say let's just use for an example an e-bike. Let's just use an e-bike for example. Before I take my key or whatever it is to start it up and try to ride it, I read the instructions first. Reading the instructions and have an understanding of how this thing works, then I can go and work it. Not only I can work it, I know the capabilities of what it can do and what it can't do. So now that puts me in a position to where if I can do something to enhance it, then I enhance it. Now, in this space that we're talking about enhancing yourself, enhancing the longevity of wealth with Bitcoin making multiple millionaires and billionaires, right? This is what we've already know about Bitcoin. It is making these millionaires and billionaires. Why not go in here, look at what people are doing, get a clear understanding of the rules, and then making an informed decision to where you want to go with it. That's all this is about. So, like I said, this is one of my go-tos that I always go and check out. So I'm opening up some of my resources for you to check out that I look at all the time. So moving on. Protocol Village Peaq Blockchain introduces DePIN Data Verification Framework. Okay, for the last couple of days, I have been bullish on anything that is DePIN. I'm in my deep dive right now. with DePIN. So one of the things that I am definitely doing in my deep dive, I am ready to take my United Colors of Crypto group, right? If you want to be a part of it, reach out. We are going to create a community based on people who want to make some money within the DePIN circle. That's what's getting ready to happen. In this community, we're going to be sharing information. We're going to be talking. We're going to talk what works, what doesn't work, how it works for you, how it can work for everyone as a group. This is what we're doing. So, me saying this, right? DePIN is another product of DePIN. It's called Peaq. And you know how we're going to do this today, right? You know how this is going today. This is going to go into, if you don't have these tools if you have these tools, why not use them? That's what my thing is.
January 30th, Peaq, a blockchain for real-world applications, has introduced the DePIN Data Verification Framework, now used by Natix and Silentio in the Peaq ecosystem. According to the team, it comprises 3 tiers. Tier 1 for device data signing, Tier 2 using machine learning for data pattern recognition, and Tier 3 employing trusted oracles for cross-referencing. This ensures accuracy, even in cases like cargo temperature monitoring in delivery trucks. DePIN, a Web3 sector for community-owned devices offering services like solar energy sales, faces data verification challenges, unlike Web2's centralized controls, according to Peaq.
So, Peaq is something, like I keep saying, like this is another one of those that I found that it was very, very interesting, and I said that I need in. Not only do I need it, and I'm going to take a group with me. So if you with this group, holler at me. We can get together as we keep on moving into today. Now, when I keep saying the big boys is moving in a certain way, right? We already seen BlackRock months ago put the ETFs in, right? We already know about that. We know months ago they got the ETF approved. They one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin, right? ETF Bitcoins, right? Now, BlackRock is building a $25 billion empire of power-hungry data center. Why? Because data is the new gold, guys. Data is the new gold. I'm not a member of Bloomberg, so I can't actually see this, but data is the new gold. I can't even express that. Gold is gold, but data is the new gold. So if data is the new gold, and DePIN, right, is a Web3 sector that's powered by owned devices that is on the blockchain. All this data is being stored somewhere. And then now all of a sudden we see Blackstone just out of the blue, 25 billion right here. Look how that data center they building. It's in Phoenix. Right? Signs. These are all signs how AI and DePIN will change Web3. We already know that AI is running. First of all, AI been in the internet since the military released it. I can't tell you what year it is, but they've been released it into into the internet. That's why we have algorithms. You can do some of this research yourself. So some of this stuff is kind of like a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. Like, you got to pay attention to like some of the things. Like, this is a sign. Like, for me, like, here we go, guys. If you want to get a clear understanding of having patience, consistency to build longevity, generational wealth in the tech space, then these are some of the products that are in their early stages that you can actually get on and get on board with, as well as figuring out how to invest your money in coins within trading. Everybody's not a trader. There are some people just invest in NFTs and NFT art and NFT stuff, right? But then there's some people that are traders, and then there's some people who uses the technology to build things. Like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. In New York, our power company is called Con Edison, right? Con Edison used to send meter readers out, right? They have a hole, and they go into every building in New York City to read a meter, right? Now, in 2024, Con Edison went out and installed these wireless devices. There go technology right there. Whoever was the person or the company that came up with the concept of developing this wireless device that where you can read a meter or you can transfer data from one source to the next, and the only thing the person receiving the information have to do is just drop down the block. Man, what if you could have invested in that back then? I don't even know when they did it, when they made that change. But my whole point is, regular infrastructure is not happening the same way that it used to because of technology. And technology is coming in here in a way to where if you're not paying attention to your refrigerator, now it's a smart refrigerator. Your stove, which now is a smart stove. Your light switch now is a smart light switch. Right? If you're not paying attention to the data, you got to follow the money. They always say follow the money. The money is in the data. So look, this is how, things are changing. They're changing very, very fast, very, very rapidly. Very fast. As we move on. Here's another one. Supermicro shares jump up after revenue forecast raising reignites AI rally. Supermicro computer share. What is Supermicro? What is it? Well, we know it's in the tech space. Look at that. $524.25. You know, all I can say is this AI sector. You know what this AI sector is? This AI sector is the early investors of McDonald's. Facts. That's what this is. The earliest investors of McDonald's who bought McDonald's shares or bought Apple shares way back in the early 80s. That's what this is. And they living off residual income because McDonald's sold 1 million burgers and now they selling fake meat and all of this other crazy stuff. So I didn't know I was loud and peaking like that, guys. You gotta let me know if I'm too loud. But once again, all the signs, all the writing is on the wall, right? We're gonna keep it moving because these are the positive things about using AI for infrastructure. But then some of the negatives are like this. One thing about AI, and I have to keep saying this, it is a learning machine. So it learns off of us. So if it's learning false information or learning what to hold and what not to hold, and it's not learning correctly or is getting misinformation, that's why you have to fact check this stuff. So much news, so much information, so many articles, all of this stuff is faked. Like Donald Trump hit it on point when he would start talking about the fake news. He hit it on point. Like we kind of knew back then, but we didn't really know until now. Now we really know, especially with AI, especially with all of this stuff. Come on, ChatGPT is leaking passwords from private conversations of its users. Well, first thing is first. They tell you do not put nothing private or you don't want nobody to know in ChatGPT. Because why? Because ChatGPT is a learning machine. It's adapting to your conversation and it's taking your information and it is sharing it somewhere else within its ecosystem. So you might sit there and you might put something, passwords or whatever. Guess what? That information is open and this thing is just going to be spewing it out. So like the other day I went online and I showed you guys how to use it because I went to one of them Ash crypto Telegram pages, and we was looking at how he's like turning $1,000 into $1 million by 2025 and all of that. And I just said, let's put it in ChatGPT and see if it could come up with some type of structure or some type of outline to do it. And it did. But where did it get that information from? They didn't just come up with it on its own because ChatGPT is learning. There are millions and millions of people. And then who's to say that the information that ChatGPT gave me was even correct? Because if you go to one of my podcasts, we have Pablo, right? Pablo specifically talked about, let me see. Pablo specifically talked about an attorney, and it might have been an attorney's assistant, but you're responsible for your assistants, your law clerks, but an attorney used ChatGPT to help him write a case. Here we go, Pablo, right here. Go check this out. He talks about how he went into a case with false information that was used from ChatGPT, and all the attorneys got in trouble. All of them. So this thing is a gift and a curse, but that's why I said it's good and bad, because it's about how you use it. If you're not using it in a way to where, but once again, however you use it, you have to fact check. You have to fact check. It's an AI. But there are the negatives and the positives with this AI stuff. So let's go into the crazy side. They've been saying this man is not real, right? They've been saying it for a minute. He's not real. He is not real, right? They've been saying that. He's a robot. This thing is a little stressful for me. It's a little stressful for me. Because look at his eyebrows. Why his eyebrows ain't move? Look. Please explain. Look. Look at this. We already know they've been doing this in the movies. Look, all of this is fake, from the glasses, right? That's his fake face, right? The computer generated, right? The marker that went through is not real. The background isn't real. And that's his real face. You feel me? So who's to say? Look at all of these different versions. All these different versions of fakeness. How could we tell what is real and what is not when they trying to pass this bias? It's on a computer, because I remember at one time, everything that we seen, we believe was real. Everything. Look at this. Look at this. So now it makes me say, is that really Kanye walking around talking about he the real superhero? Yo, you seen them puff arms? But this is what I'm talking about. Like, we're in a space right now that all of this stuff is scary, because we don't know if the information that we're getting is even real. We don't. And here we go. Look at this. Anderson Cooper. It's real Anderson Cooper, and then there's fake Anderson Cooper. How do we know it's real if we watching the news? You know what this reminds me of? 2 movies. One, The Game. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see The Game with Michael Douglas, and he come home from work, pour his drink, and he watching the news. And the news that they watching is not real news. It's like, I don't know if anybody's seen them viral videos. They faking the lottery ticket on the thing and have their moms or their grandmother think they won the lottery, and the person bug out. Like, the imagination of what people can do to harm or to mislead or misguide you or even to scam you with some of this stuff is crazy. Check it.
Second youngest son. He's suggesting it came out of nowhere. What we subsequently learned is it may have come from the former president or his legal team acting in bad faith. This is a deepfake example of what is possible with powerful computer and editing. It took around 72 hours to create this example from scratch using extremely powerful GPU. It could be improved with more computing time, but 90% of people cannot tell the difference.
Now, the thing is, they right. You can't tell the difference. There's no way to tell the difference. The lips move a little bit funny, right? But you know what? It's so funny because I created my own AI. I did. I'll show it to you. I'll show you to you. I created my own AI. You get a chance, go check out Beyond the Blockchain on my past episodes, because, you know, look, here you go.
The law, we have ethical duties as attorneys, right, to disclose a lot of things. And we also have an ethical duty to stay ahead of technology as it comes and understand the technology that comes into the space, right? So there's no excuse for other attorneys to say, I don't understand ChatGPT, I'm not going to use it, you know? And I feel the same way with a lot of people, where this technology, it's going to get you ahead of a lot of people. So use it as your advantage, as a competitive advantage for sure.
Using it as an advantage, that's the positive ways to use it. But I'm trying to find my deep AI fake. I don't know if I got it on this page, but I created one with my own face and my own voice. I think it's on my other page. It's on the AbLab media page. Oh, that's not it. Well, I created my own fake deep AI. I use I use tools inside of if you inside the web network group, like my Telegram group, I do have that information in there where you can use it. But why not? If they're using them, then why we can't use them? And I'm not telling them to use them in no suspicious manner, but you could use them to promote your advertising or something, or do whatever. So what I did was, if I'm gonna show you these tools, then why not you use them yourself, right? So let's check it out.
Videos using two of the most efficient tools available on the market. We'll explore how to do it online, as well as how to install them locally if you have a decent graphic card. Stick around until the end, as I'll be demonstrating how you can take the video quality of your final result from this to this. Let's get started. First on our list is SwapFace. The downloading and installation process is very easy. Just click on the...
Now, if y'all remember, Snapchat had this. They were the first one with this. But to see it on Snapchat, right, and actually see it and actually use it on your computer is two different things, because Snapchat, I'm not sure how long it was. And then Snapchat only did like music videos, but it wasn't a full-on talking and all that.
The link in the description to visit their website where you can download the program. Choose Download for Windows. Follow the instructions and you'll be up and running. Create an account and log in. After you have logged in, you will see the dashboard where you can use it to swap your... So let's upload our target video and our source image. In this case, Elon Musk.
We're not going to go through that. Yeah, I can go and
get rid of that easily with any video editing software. Now, before we look into the second deepfake tool, which is free and open source, let me show you how to...
To the second
has
one,
many tools
hit
that will make
pawn.
your life easier using AI. But today, we will use their video enhancer tool. Simply click on the link in the description and go to the website. Click on Try for Free and install the program, log in, and upload the video you want to enhance. You can choose from denoising for general quality enhancement or face model to enhance only the face of the subject. You can also enhance cartoon video quality on GitHub, but I will show you how to use it with Google Collab so you can use it in the cloud and not need it straightforward. You have
Google Collab.
Where you drop the previous tool locally. I have discovered a very convenient method to install Roop. It is a one-line installer, brilliantly developed by the YouTuber Troubleshoot. You simply open the...
I got a list of deep fakes that you can actually go to, and if you're in the Telegram group after this show, I will be posting the list. So if you want to play with it, or no homo, if you want to use it for anything, then it's good for marketing. Like if you're selling a product and want to use it for marketing, and it's definitely good for that. But if you use the likeness of a star or a celebrity, you're going to get yourself in trouble for intellectual properties. So these tools is out here. But one of the things that I issue that I have is for the generation that's coming up behind us that is not going to know the difference between real and fake, this thing is going to be really, really hard. You know, because we already don't know if the news right now is real and fake. And now we have a clear understanding that all news is not bipartisan. There's certain news that they only believe in this and certain believe in that. And everything you hear, they bash. They bash the others, right? And then there's some news that's really free, and it is some news that is woke. But you can't tell a difference of what's real and what's not in this space to where everything is fake. Everything is fake. Even down to these juries and the jury and what they call Moslems. Everything. So, within saying that, we're going to keep it moving because I would like to talk about the most important thing of the topic within the Web3 space is DePIN, right? That is all for the news today. I hope you got some information about what's going on, especially with AI and how to use it. But I am going to, for all those who's in my group, this is something that we will be having a great big conversation about. I spoke about it earlier in the show, and now we're going to actually talk about it. Peaq. There are, like I said, there's a lot of information out here. And within my group, we're going to build another strong group, strong network that's going to have the whole same goal, same mindset. So, like I said, if you want to be a part of the group, you want to build with us, holla at me. This is the Beyond the Blockchain podcast. Like I said, it's an infrastructure. So this thing is an investment that you can see from the next 3 to 4 to 5 to 10 years, right? It ain't a coin going back and forth. It's actually physical infrastructure, right? Them buildings, them pipes, them lines, they've been in there for the last 5 and 10 years, right? People are making money on data. And I showed you everything today that's leading up to what is the new goal, what is the new founding goal within this Web3 crypto space. It ain't all about buying and trading. Sometimes it's about building, They DePIN use cases. For land, they have 29 use cases for land for DePIN. Decentralized physical infrastructure. Electric car charging, ride sharing, electric bike sharing, electric scooter sharing, wind energy trading. That's it, wind energy trading. That sounds very interesting. It says generate wind energy via wind turbines on your property and sell it to distributors or users P2P. That stumped me. I don't know how to get into turbine, making money with turbine, but Web3 and crypto and Peaq, I sure know how to get into it, or I can at least have let's say a piece that I can start investigating and finding out and taking me more down this rabbit hole. But that's what our group is. It's a group of like-minded individuals that say, yo, Ab, this is what we're going to do. Solar energy trading, power tool lending, food delivery, goods delivery, autonomous taxis, scooter taxis, 3D printing, fitness data, communal humanoids. I don't want no humanoid robot in my house. I might have to, I don't know, how would you do that? You got a gun, right, to protect yourselves against anything. But what kind of gun will you have to protect against humanoid robots? That needs to be a topic of my next show. I need to figure out, I need to find somebody in the military that will be combating against humanoid robots if they decide to go against humans. Is it going to be robots against robots? Are we going to be programming robots? Or are we going to be wearing them body suits and fighting as robots? Like it's getting way beyond the thought process. But with Star Wars coming into existence and Elon Musk going to Mars and the X and all of this other crazy stuff, I realized that in 2024, anything and everything is possible. We already got flying cars. Machine DeFi use. Machine DeFi is a decentralized financing for machines, vehicles, robots, and devices, and the DePIN they run on. Banks and financial institutions are replaced by decentralized applications. Listen, I don't got to say it. Look. I don't got to say it. It's right here. I don't got to say it. You getting with the wave or not? What you doing? What you doing? Please tell me what you doing. What are you doing? From ideals to real world impact. See, a lot of stuff is Star Wars. That's why I call it Star Wars. Bitcoin is Star Wars. It's a digital nothing that's based off of speculation, right? That's all Bitcoin is. But it is a code, right? It is a code. It is a hashtag number, a mathematical equation to get to such and such to such and such. Yes, it is all of that, but it's in the computer. It's digital, right? But we're talking about real life impact. So if you have a layer of technology and you have a layer of real world impact stuff and you mush them together, you make the convenience of being able to stand in a place in the middle of nowhere, to hit your phone, to get a car to pull up to you, to take you to your location, so where the transactions is paid digitally, right? The verifications of who you riding with or who's going with it is transaction. That's another transaction, right? All these transactions is happening through the safety of technology, checks and balances. And if you find a product, a coin, a token that you would like to invest in, right? For me personally, this is not financial advice. For me personally, it has to have some type of real world impact to where I can see it being used to make sense. So reach out, holler at your boy. Imagine, earn, build, join. This is what we're doing over here. This is Beyond the Blockchain. Tune in each and every day, 10 a.m. I'll talk about whatever is happening in the Web3 space. Each and every Monday, I'll have a special guest that comes on and check us out. This next week, we will have Dio. This is going to be a dope interview. He is the co-founder of Glass.xyz, which is a Web3 music video NFT company. See y'all next week. Peace.
Our tracks on the beat.
Wait a minute. I said next week. No, see you tomorrow.
Our tracks on the beat.
Beyond the Blockchain.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris.